to walk from the legislature this morning. They left around a little after 9, and they walked all the way from the legislature to the school this morning. And there's a group of our students that took part in that, along with some people from the community, and Ms. Vanessa, our teacher. So she's really doing this to promote organ donation awareness. We have Gordon McFarland here from Summerside. He's an organ donation recipient, and he's going to sort of MC today. We're going to have some people speak to you about the importance of organ donation. So I'll turn it over to Gordon McFarland, and hopefully we enjoy the session.
Thanks, Patrick. I just want to welcome everybody. Thanks for having us here this morning. This tour was created, the tour's name is called SOS4000. And what it is, it's a relay across the country to promote organ donation. And in every community that the torch stops in, a student or students takes the torch and walks it or runs it through their community. We were in Summerside on Monday morning, in Charlottetown today. Hopefully we'll be in Surrey tomorrow. And then the torch will move on to New Brunswick. And it started off October 1st in St. John's, Newfoundland, and the torch will end up in Nunavut in June 2008. So it'll be all winter through northern Ontario, through the prairies. There'll be, I'm sure, many days where the conditions were a lot worse than today. So we're happy to have good weather here on Halloween in Charlottetown. The tour was organized by a gentleman named George Marcello, and he's standing over here videotaping the presentation. George's story is remarkable, and I'll let him tell you more about it, but he's been Canada's really #1 promoter of organ donation for the past 10 years. In 1997, George received his first liver transplant. His life was saved. And at that time, after his transplant, he decided that he had to do something to promote organ donation and help other Canadians who were waiting for organs get their lives saved. So he came up with the idea of the Torch of Life, and since then has done a tour across Canada. He's walked from Toronto to Ottawa on a couple different occasions. He's spoken to Canadians all across the country, to all levels of government. He's gone through Europe researching and walking, meeting Europeans. And one of the things they do in some European countries that's a little different than in Canada. They have, in some countries, they have a system which is called presumed consent, where everyone is presumed to want to be an organ donor, and if you don't want to be, you can opt out. While George was in Europe, he became ill quite suddenly and ended up needing his second liver transplant, which he received 2 years ago. So to say that George owes a lot to organ donation is an understatement, but he's given back quite a lot too. So we're quite fortunate to have George on PEI and in Charlottetown today. So it'd be great to hear him speak, and I'd like to invite George up to the podium here to address you and tell you a little bit about his story and what his organization step by step is doing. George?
I'm hot. You guys hot? That was a good walk. Thank you, Gordon, and I want to thank your teacher, Patrick Fadelers. Oh, sorry. You almost look like one of the students.
Thanks enough.
Yeah, thank you. Patrick put a lot of hard work in the last few months to put this together. Thank you. And also want to congratulate once again Vanessa. She did a great job carrying that torch across the beautiful city of Charlottetown, and all the walkers. Please give them another round of support. And so I wanted to today is a very, very important day in Charlottetown because I think we really accomplish a lot today. While we were at the Province House today, we had a press conference with the Premier and the Mayor. And we were able to convey to both the Premier and the Mayor some very, very important information about organ and tissue donation. See, the way I see it is that we're all on a quest, because I think if nobody here knows it, Canada has one of the lowest rates of organ donations in the entire world. And our quest is to get Canada to the top and not the bottom. It's just like I'm from Toronto, and the last time Toronto Maple Leafs won a Stanley Cup was like in 1967. You know, and like we've been waiting years and years and years to win back that Stanley Cup in Toronto, and it's unbelievable the enthusiasm that's put towards a team to win a cup. So if there's some way that we can transfer that kind of energy right across the country, but instead of winning a cup, to get Canada to the top instead of the bottom when it comes to organ donations, wouldn't that be something? That's our quest. Because if we can do that, that means that we're going to be able to save over 4,000 Canadians that need organ and transplants. And that's a very noble mission, you know. And here's the thing about organ donations. We don't have to find a cure for it. Like, you know, there's a lot of very vicious diseases out there, cancer and other things, where